Hashem Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I'm Officer Ayathan, here with Soldier Yatazar, out of the Sicarii, Phoenix, man. We just got to address this topic, man. You see what the title is. Let's just get into it. Titus 1:7.
It's the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 7. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker.
No what?
No striker.
No striker. Read.
Not given to filthy lucre.
See that? So this is saying that a bishop must have these attributes, right? But here's the problem. A lot of you wicked niggas out there is taking Paul's words and trying to turn it into law.
Right.
Let me explain something to you. If you're out there ministering, but you're not wearing a blue garment, you don't have a golden breastplate with 4 rows of precious stones, each one of them having the names of the children of Israel engraved in it, with the Urim and the Thummim and the onyx stones and the whole getup, are you in sin?
Right.
No, because you're not the high priest. You're not the high priest, so that don't apply to you. Okay? This is about being a bishop in one of Paul's churches. Is Paul ruling over your church?
Right.
No. Are you up for the office of bishop? I don't know, but I'm not. And I'm not in that church. So what does this have to do with anything, man? Anything at all. I'm so sick of these guys, man, talking about striker this and striker that. Whole time be lying on people and changing narratives and being deceptive to people. Those are sins.
Right.
Those are sins. Hitting somebody.
Right.
If you get into a physical fight, all right, which, you know, fights should be avoided if they can, I would say, but sometimes they can't be avoided. Sometimes it's called for. It's not a sin. There's never an excuse. There's never an excuse to hit somebody. Never. So if you hit somebody, if you go out week in and week out, doing the work, you get into one fight, you're a striker now. Now you're a sinner? Really? All right. Well, tell me this. What about our King, our Messiah? Was he a striker? Let's read about it. John 2:13 through 15.
Book of John, chapter 2, verse 15. And when he had made...
No, verse 13. Go to
John 2 and 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand. And Jesus went up to Jerusalem.
So Yahushua went up to Jerusalem for Passover, read.
And found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting.
You see that? So they were over there doing business transactions in the holy place. Go ahead.
And when he had made a scourge of small cords,
he did what?
Made a scourge of small cords.
So he sat there and he fashioned a scourge of small cords. Read.
Right. He drove them all out of the temple.
He drove them out of the temple with a whip that he sat there and made. This wasn't no spur of the moment thing. He thought about this. He knew he was going to hit them with it, and then he did it. Is he a striker now? Is he wicked? Is he evil? Are you stupid? Read, where you at? Go ahead.
And the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the chargers' money, and overthrew the tables.
So he chased these people out. They didn't even get to take their money with him. He turning everything over, flipping tables, pouring out money. Was you gonna call him a striker? You gonna call him a brutish man and all this stuff? A wicked nigga and all these things you like to say? Man, give me Nehemiah 13 and 25. Because maybe they didn't know that about Yahushua. Maybe they just thought all along we was never supposed to hit anybody until he did that. Then we have one example, right? Well, let's go back to the old. Let's see what our beloved brother Nehemiah was up to. 13 and 25.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 25. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of... Oh, I'm sorry, Slakia. That's 23. Verse 25, Slakia. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them.
And what he smote certain of them, he cursed them and smote certain of them. Read.
Right. And plucked off their hair.
He's ripping their hair out. He's contending, smiting, cursing, plucking hair out. Read.
God. And made them swear swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves.
Or for yourselves, man. These are the things that were given to us in the law, in Deuteronomy 7, man. These people were going off. So what happened? Nehemiah got to whooping their ass. And it was a righteous thing. This is a righteous man of the Lord, man.
God.
And how much more so Yahweh Shai? Now, where would they get these ideas from? From the examples that were set before them, from the laws that were given to us, all right? There's nothing in the law that says you can never put your hands on somebody else. There's no excuse to put your hands on somebody else. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. That doesn't mean you just go around beating everybody up that you see.
Right.
But really, that's what a striker is. Somebody that makes a real habit or profession out of just beating people up. Not somebody that gets into one altercation or one here or one there. All right? Ain't nobody over here doing nothing like that. Okay? It's just madness. So, since I brought up the law, I'll be remiss not to go to it, right? We're going to get there, but first we're going to read some words of wisdom out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 25. These wise words from the Bible, okay? The holy scriptures that we all supposed to believe in.
God. This book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 25. Smite a scorner.
Smite a scorner. Read that again.
Proverbs 19:25. Smite a scorner.
Go ahead.
And the simple will beware.
Oh, so there's a benefit to this. Smite the scorner, and the simple will beware. Read.
And reprove one that hath understanding, and he will understand knowledge.
You see that? Reprove one that has understanding, and he will understand knowledge, man. You know, and that's what we do when we get on these sit downs, when we go out on the street corners and preach, when we do these various things, unity camps and so on and so forth, man. We're reproving people. Those who have knowledge will hear it. Those with understanding will hear it. Okay? Give me Exodus 21 and 18. What does the law say when it comes down to physical confrontations amongst
Book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 19.
18 and 19.
Verse 18. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone.
If men strive together, if men are fighting, and one of them hits the other one with a stone, so not only is it a physical, a fist fight, but one picked up a weapon and hit the other one with it. Now, if a fist fight is wicked, surely this must be evil. Read.
Or with his fist.
Or with his fist, either or, go ahead.
And he die not.
And he die not, read.
But keepeth his bed.
Go ahead.
If he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff.
If this man's able to get back up, read.
Then shall he that smote him be quiet.
Be quick.
Be quick.
So he that smote him shall be quick. Meaning what? He's good. He's straight. He didn't. No harm, no foul. You know how else we say that these days? A fade is nothing. He shall be quick. Read.
Only he shall pay for the loss of his time.
Only he shall pay for the loss of his time. Read.
And shall cause him to be thoroughly healed.
Right. So if this man was badly injured in the altercation, and this is costing him money, he can't go to work, he can't, produce for his family or, whatever. Now you, the one that put him in that position, now it's up to you to make that part right. If he's all right, he's all right. So what's everybody talking about? What's the big? Why all this talk about strikers? Why? Because people want to do, even in the Israelite community, want to do the same thing that we get upset at the Christian community for. We'll take a verse, isolate one part of it, and twist it to mean whatever the hell we want it to mean. That's what our people be doing. But it's up to us as responsible individuals to go into this Bible and really exegete it, scriptures, to find out what the hell it's really talking about. Because just because I don't like something doesn't make it a sin. And just because you don't like something doesn't make it a sin. Who gives a damn what I like or what you like? We just met. Or women, depending on who's, it might be women watching. I'm a man, you either a man or a woman, right? Who gives a damn what we feel? This is about Yahweh. This is the whole point of being in the truth, is to serve Yahweh, not your own self.
Right.
Not what you like and don't like. To hell with your likes and dislikes, man. Give me 1 John 3 and 4. 3 and 4. We just read it in the law. Alright? The law say what it say. If he's alright, if the man can get back up, the one who smote him is quit. Read.
This book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law.
So if you commit sin, you transgress the law. Read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
For sin is the transgression of the law. Every Hebrew Israelite worth their salt knows this scripture.
Right.
Everyone. Unless you brand new, you know this scripture. And if you are brand new, you know it now because you're watching the damn video. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 2. So, if you transgress the law, then you have sin. We just read what it said in the law. Now let's read something else that it says in the law.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word, you shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
So you can't add to the law, you can't take away from the law. Read.
That ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh your power, which I command you.
You see that? So we're supposed to keep the commandments of the Most High God Yahweh. Not whatever you feel like. Not whatever you want to twist what somebody else said into being a law. Look, if what Paul said right there was a law, then Yahweh Shai is guilty of breaking it. You gonna say Yahweh Shai sin?
Right.
I bet you don't. I hope you don't. What kind of fool you would be if you did that? With that, shalom.
Shalom.